This is Face the Music. What does Madelyne think? Because nobody will give you a more brutally honest opinion about a song than a 12-year-old girl. I'm Eric Paul Johnson.
I'm Madelyne.
And, I don't know, should we even do the Patreon ad? This is the last episode.
I mean, let's say this. People aren't watching it in order and they're just skipping around for some reason because they don't care about the order and they end up watching this one or listening to this one.
Okay. Patreon.com/ELOpod. No ads, expanded episodes that you can only hear at Patreon.com with more discussion and all sorts of extra goodies. $1, $2, $3 per episode. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Excuse me then?
I didn't say anything. You make us happy. You get to be happy because you made us happy. And everybody's happy. And it's a happy world and nobody dies.
Well, I mean, people kind of die every day.
Well, they wouldn't if they gave us money through Patreon or PayPal.
That's not how the world works.
Okay, well, it's how my world works, and it's a much better world. So this week, Drum Dreams. Now, before we find out what you think about it now, let's find out what you think about doing this podcast, because this is the last episode of the What Does Madelyne Think summer series. Did you like doing it, or was it, it's a buck?
I mean, it's one way for us to get money. I like it, but the only thing about it is, like, at some point I'm like, do I really have to do that? But then whenever I listen to the song and do it, I'm like, why did I not want to do this? I'm a weird person, okay? Sometimes I don't even understand myself.
No, you are on track. Your head is in my head, because I feel the same way about when I'm doing the regular ELO podcast. There are, like, a lot of days where it's like, I don't want to do this. But I've made a commitment with the listeners. It's $20 a month, and, you know, $20 is $20, especially when that's your income.
20s today.
Yeah. Then I do it, and I'm kind of like, I do want to keep doing this. So, yeah, I understand where you're coming from. Really, I'd rather just be insanely rich and spend my time putting together Lego sets and building vast Lego lands and remastering old Mike and Eric shows and that kind of stuff.
He loves Legos too much. He's addicted.
I am. Okay, Drum Dreams. Let's see what you thought about it in January 2020 when you were 8. Like it? Hate it? What does Madelyne think?
I like the song.
Wow, she liked it! Okay, it is August 2024. You will be 13 in, just a couple weeks.
Yippee!
Yeah. I wouldn't mind having the body I did when I was 13. Well, let's just say I wouldn't mind having the health I had when I was 13 as opposed to 55, but I don't want to go back and live through being 13 again. So it's August 2024. What do you think about Drum Dreams now?
I like it. To me, it kind of sounds like music that you would hear in like an intro of maybe like a video game, and maybe a fighting kind, maybe trying to protect something from things. It's just giving video game music to me.
Right.
I'm a gamer girl.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, what did you like about the song?
Everything.
Everything?
Yes, everything fit perfectly.
So you liked everything?
Yes.
No downsides?
No.
Can I tell you a downside about the song?
What?
This is only one of 2 ELO songs that have never been released on an album, CD, streaming. It was only on the B-side of the 45 for All Over the World and I'm Alive.
Wow.
I know. You can go to YouTube and find it there, but those YouTube videos for Drum Dreams get their sound from the B-side of those 45s. No modern remastering, no Atmos surround sound, just the stereo from the B-side of a record. A 1980, a 44-year-old B-side record.
And on here, because the music's going to be on this podcast.
Mm-hmm. But as for streaming purposes, you can't. You can't add it to a playlist because it's not synced.
Sucks.
Doesn't it?
It's amazing. What?
Me and Wen Sensen, same page. When we discussed this song, we both thought, well, that's stupid. This needs to be out there for everybody to hear. to add to your streaming playlists on Spotify and Pandora and
YouTube
Rock
Music.
My Boat or whatever streaming things are. I mean, you can do it with Apple, but you got to pull the audio from the YouTube video, or if you have a really good turntable set up and a pristine, clean version of those singles from 1980 that you can digitize, you got to upload it to the cloud, you got to add it to your library, then you got to add it to the playlist.
That just sucks.
It has all these extra steps, yeah. Yeah. So, I don't know who we talk to, whose attention we get to say, hey, let's go, Drum Dreams. People love Drum Dreams. You know who hates Drum Dreams?
Who?
Not me. I love Drum Dreams.
Not me.
I loved it when I first heard it when I was 11, when I got the...
Well, I'm a year older than that.
When I got the All Over the World single back in 1980. Yeah, I love everything about it. It's a fun drum song. I love the synthesizers, the deep and then the little sparkle notes of dee-dee-dee-dee going through it. That synth sound. And you got that big orchestral choir chanting in there. It's a great, fun, big song. And the only place you can find it is the B-side of a single. You better hope you have a turntable, because then you got to try and digitize it so that you can upload it to your Apple Music. Or you got to find it at YouTube.
Or on this podcast.
Well, we don't play the whole song. We just play a little tiny snippet. So
Still, you get to hear part of it.
you get to hear part of it, which is more than you can say for any streaming service.
Exactly.
Like it? Hate it? What does Madelyne think now?
I like it.
Like it?
Mm-hmm.
Do you love it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Wow, she still likes it. Face the Music, What Does Madelyne Think? Is a production of Radio Trolla Entertainment, Assorted Deli Meats Amalgamated. You can contact us by voicemail at 623-850-3375 or email us at eloftmpodcast@gmail.com. Keep up to date by joining our Facebook and MeWe groups, and spread the word by sharing the link or giving us a quick rating on iTunes. Subscribe to our YouTube page, the Electric Light Orchestra podcast channel, to hear other goodies. You can financially support the podcast at patreon.com/ELOpod or PayPal using the podcast email address, or send a check or money order to P.O. Box 1932, Superior, Arizona 85173. Next week, the pre-ELO podcast returns with A Better Life The Weatherman Knows by the Idle Race.